All right, let's talk about something that I think we've all struggled with at some point. How do you write an evaluation report that people will actually read, understand, and, here's the most important part, actually use? You know the feeling, right? You spend weeks, maybe even months on a project. You're deep in the data, you do all the analysis, you craft this report, you hit send, and then crickets. It just feels like you've tossed it into a black hole. It's so frustrating, but guess what? We can fix that. Because here's the thing, all those incredible insights buried in your evaluation, they can only change the world if people actually get what you're saying. Whether you're talking to policymakers or community leaders, understanding is the absolute key that unlocks impact. It's the bridge from data to real-world change. So let's start with the big why. Why does being clear matter so much? Well, it's because a truly great report isn't just a data dump. Nope, it's a catalyst for action. This is where all your hard work jumps off the page and starts making a difference. A clear report really does three powerful things. First, it expands your reach. Suddenly, you're not just talking to other experts, you're connecting with decision makers, with the public. Second, it enhances your impact, making sure your recommendations actually turn into real change. And third, it promotes inclusion, because it shows you value everyone's perspective, not just the folks who know the lingo. Okay, so how do we do it? How do we actually make this happen? I'm going to walk you through 5 super practical keys that will absolutely transform your reports. Think of this as your new toolkit for clear, powerful reporting. Key number 1, and this is the most important one. Who are you writing for? You have to ask this before you even type a single word. A policymaker probably needs the bottom line, like yesterday. A community leader, on the other hand, might want to hear the stories behind the numbers. Tailoring your message is everything. Oh, I love this example because it's such an aha moment. Look at the before text. It's clunky, it's academic, it's jargon. Now look at the after. It says the exact same thing, but in a way that anyone can instantly understand. Our goal is to communicate, not to sound smart. Your report structure is your best friend. Seriously, use what journalists call the inverted pyramid. Put your biggest, most important finding right at the top. Don't make people dig for the good stuff. Use really clear headings, use bullet points, and just guide your reader through the report. Make it easy for them. You know, our brains are just wired to process images. A simple bar chart like this one, it can show the success of a program way faster and more powerfully than a whole paragraph of text ever could. So remember, visuals aren't just there to look pretty, they're a massive tool for clarity. And finally, never forget that behind all that data, there's a human story. A quote like this one about Maria, it just brings everything to life. It connects the numbers on a spreadsheet to a real person's life, and that makes the impact of your work unforgettable. Okay, so now that we have our toolkit, it's also really important to know what not to do. Let's quickly go over a few common traps that are super easy to fall into. Okay, pitfall number 1, data overload. I get it. We all feel that temptation to include every single data point to prove we did our homework. But that just overwhelms your reader. Instead, try to focus your story on the 3 to 5 most critical findings. You can always stick the rest in an appendix for anyone who wants a deep dive. This is a big one that's often an afterthought, accessibility. Simple things like using a clear font, making sure you have strong color contrast, and adding descriptive text for your images. It all makes a huge difference. This is all about making sure that literally everyone can engage with your amazing work. And here's maybe the biggest pitfall of them all, forgetting to answer the so what question. It's not enough to just state a finding, like participation went up 20%. You have to connect the dots. Tell your reader why that matters. What does it mean for them? What should they do now? Always answer, so what? So, when we put all these pieces together, it really adds up to a whole new way of thinking about what we do. It's time to reframe what an evaluation report even is. Instead of seeing it as some static document that's just going to sit on a shelf, think of your report as a dynamic tool. It's a tool that tells a story of change that's already happened, and it offers a clear roadmap for where to go next. Ultimately, your report is your megaphone. It's how you amplify your findings. It's how you make sure you're heard by the very people who can take that information and use it to make a real difference. When it's clear and compelling, it's one of the most powerful tools you have. So, as you get ready to start on your next report, I want you to think beyond just the data. Think about the story you're trying to tell.
Think about the change you want to see in the world. So my question to you is, what story will your next report tell?